have to know that things cost money, but we also have to know that those things, if they're put together in the right puzzle, in the right combination, can be of greater value. It's tough because we look at both spec houses for very wealthy people in the world, and then we look at developing prefab houses in an affordable fashion that can be delivered and deployed. And how do we fix that process? And our goal with that, which I think is a more relevant lesson to learn, is how do you make affordable units and housing and shelter out of economical products, but using ideas to generate the value. For example, there's one project where we're using color therapy, where each color has some idea or feeling or thing that it can do to our emotions and our physical being. That in transition from one color to another, you can actually help restore someone's mind to some extent. And so that you're actually not just giving them a roof over their head, you're giving them a place to regenerate, you're giving them a place to, find some peace and quiet to think instead of on the street in the cold. But now you're actually helping them in more ways than just shelter. And that's where I think money and value are a very complicated conversation, but where design equals value. When you can think of ways to design without spending a ton of money, that's design. You have to design by innovating. Good design isn't expensive design necessarily. Good design isn't finding and using the best material. Good design isn't going and building a narrative about where I got this piece of wood and I brought it back and I told the story of where I got the piece of wood from. Good design is looking at the whole lifeline of how people are affected by that design and how that design affects the rest of the world, both carbon footprint, but also how people along that path are connected. So we need to design, I think, more holistically in the sense that we understand where materials come from, we understand how much energy it takes to get them there, we understand what it takes to put them together, and we understand what effect they have on our being, on the way you feel in the space, the way I feel in the space, the way we interact in the space, and what that interaction means. That interaction is what needs to be designed for now. That emotion, that feeling, the five senses, that's what you need to design for.